Oompa Loompa Granta-dee-doo. I've got a movie review here for you. Wow, that sucked. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. We're going to raise the popcorn, Grant, everybody. And before we begin the review, I feel the need to share something with you. So, Ben saw this with me. Sadly, he will not be able to do the review tonight, and he did first reactions with me on TikTok. You can go find it. He's on there with me. So I sent him this image. Now, look closely at this image of Chim Cham. This is into the camera. Look into his eyes. That's the poster of. That is a blown up version of the poster for this movie. And I sent him the following soliloquy. Also, if you are children, this will not be a review for you. Look upon Twink, Wonka, and shudder as this sexual leviathan simultaneously drops your undergarments and steals your souls. Ellipses, 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 oompa loompa doopity-doo. Now, it's true. All right. Regardless of how this movie review goes, it's scary how close to accurate, unintentionally, some of that soliloquy was watching this movie. All right. That being said, it's Grant the Movie TV Guy. Welcome to Raise Them Up with Grant, everybody. And today we're talking about a movie. Movies and TV is what we do here. And that movie is, if you haven't guessed already, Wonka. Wonka is directed by Paul King, whose previous work includes Paddington, which is great, and Paddington 2, which is one of the best movies evs. I'm not kidding, it is. Ask Rotten Tomatoes, it is the best reviewed movie ever. So he is now taking a little break from Paddington. Someone else is directing the third one, which is forthcoming, to do this. So what is Wonka about? It's also co-written by Simon Farnby, who is also well known for his work on the terrific British sitcom Ghosts, many cast members of which have supporting and or bit parts in this. I noticed a lot of them in it. What is Wonka about? Well, for those who don't know, this is a prequel, pre-boot? Can we call it pre-boot? Hashtag pre-boot. That's what it is. It's a prequel. It's a prequel. Basically, it's a Cruella for Wonka. There you go. It's a Cruella Wonka. So, the film center is based on the character from Roald Dahl, and it is ostensibly a prequel, I suppose, to the 1971 film. Willy Wonka is a young whippersnapper arriving into this old-timey London town with, as he sings in the bravura opening song, and it is a musical, he only has some sovereign, aka silver coins, and a hat full of dreams. And he arrives in this little town that is so old-timey English, that you literally are fined for daydreaming. Here, he eventually is conned by a mean-spirited laundry owner, Mrs. Scrubbit, played by the Oscar-winning and terrific Olivia Colman in fine Roald Dahl villain mode, and is tricked into eventually indentured servitude, along with the various other colorful characters in the basement of this place. It's there that he meets a young girl with seemingly no past by the name of Noodles. She is played in a pretty terrific child performance, I must say, by who plays Noodles? Who plays Noodles in this movie? It's Noodle. My apologies. Calla Lane is the young actress. She is terrific. And he's there. BC. All this, his dream is quite simple. He got it from his late mother, played in flashback sequences by Sally Hawkins. making chocolate, of course, as he says in one of this movie's ready-made Reddit catchphrases, the best chocolate in the world. And but his hopes are soon dashed by the head honchos who run like the Italian mafia. They are the Chocolate Cartel. Among those, including famed Wonka alumni character Mr. Slugworth. They run this place with an iron fist. They have a corrupt chocoholic cop played by Keegan-Michael Key to rough up anybody who stands in their way. Can Wonka make his dreams come true and also help Noodle's dreams come true as well? There's going to be all singing, all dancing, and a lot of pure imagination. And what's this strange orange-skinned, green-haired Donald Trump? No, I'm just kidding. Creature who really wants his cocoa beans back, played by Hugh Grant. Let the imagination and the music and the oddities begin. So, scrumdiddlyumptious. So, Wonka is really good. I enjoyed it. We got a lot of comments on. Ethan, how's it going, buddy? It's been 18 years since the last Willy Wonka movie. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory starring Johnny Depp was released. I remember it. I cannot believe it's been 18 years. Wow. I'm old. I was in middle school when that movie came out. My brother, Grant, what up, buddy? My brother, Luke, how's it going, bud? I might see this one tomorrow night. Super duper. Have fun, buddy. Oh, Jared. Not you, Luke. Jared, what's up? How's it going, buddy? So yeah, Wonka was really good. We enjoyed it. Ben did too. He could not be here tonight. He has a party to plan, but he enjoyed it as well. And the songs are really good. One of them particularly involving, I think it's called something like "You've Never Had Chocolate Like This." Sort of this number in the middle of the movie. Really fun wordplay. There's some genuinely big laughs here. Kind of in the same vein of Paddington. There's a lot of neat plays on words. There's a lot of sort of grown-up jokes. Not vulgar jokes, but just jokes that are like, for instance, there's one joke involving Keegan-Michael Key, who's like this corrupt cop, paid in chocolate. And there's a part where he's talking to the other cop who's like, not corrupt. He's just kind of like his partner. And there's like a moment where he's like, we have to find Wonka, whatever. And he goes, nothing on earth could be more important. He goes, oh, and then right? And he goes, well, I mean, we could solve this, chain of unsolved murders that have been piling up in our offices. And he's just like, no, Wonka's more important. I was like, and things like that are funny. Like, they're genuinely some funny moments. They're nice little tips of the hat to the original. However, not to the point where it becomes fan service member berries. There are little bits here and there, but it's not. There's no Han Solo, whatever. What's your name? Han. What's your last name? He goes, no last name. I'm by myself. Solo. Okay. Han Solo. There's no moment like that. I was waiting for, because the character of Noodle, she has let's just say that she's trying to solve the mystery where she came from. And I turned to Ben and I said, if it ends with it going like, so what's your real name? I'm like, well, my name is Charlotte. Charlotte Bucket. He goes, Charlotte Bucket, what a name. And I was like, well, my friends call me Charlie. I would have turned to him and go, I'm leaving right now. That didn't happen. Thank God that did not happen. Yeah, the songs are good. The production design is beautiful. The movie is often quite funny. Chalamet, at first, is putting it on a little too thick, I have to admit, in the first 20 minutes. In fact, this is actually the first time Ben has seen a movie with Chalamet in it. And he turned to me about 20 minutes in and said, I fucking hate him. Pardon me. He literally said that. Like, he's like, I can't do this. Because the first 50 minutes, he's like, doing the, oh gosh golly, I'm Willy Wonka thing. Really like, okay, settle down. Settle down, Tim Tam. But he does, and then he becomes more of a character, and eventually won him over. There are elements to this movie, though, I can't quite go all the way with it, and there are a couple of reasons why. First off, I think the movie is a little longer than it needs to be. The movie's all of 2 hours. It really doesn't need to be. The original was relatively pretty short. Also, I do think it's better than the Johnny Depp one. I was never a big fan of the Tim Burton one. I think it has its moments. I don't think it's a terrible movie. I think that everything outside of Johnny Depp in that movie is pretty okay. It's just the Johnny Depp, and I like Depp, so like that. It's one of the few times a performance of his doesn't really work for me. But that being said, I do think it's better than that. It's not as good as the original, which I think goes without saying. But here's the thing: the biggest issue with Wonka is it's a little too long, and also sometimes the movie does things that are weird, seemingly just to be weird. There's really no rhyme or reason for it. And there's like this kind of, and it's mostly us, and we're being kind of inappropriate, but it's also true. There's some weird undertones to the relationship between Wonka and Noodle that kind of rub me a little bit the wrong way, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it is like, there is a literal part where he is literally trying to lure her out of the place that they're all staying in with chocolate, with the promise of chocolate. And it's like, it's hard not to put your mind together like, no, because she's also really like a little kid, and he's Willy Wonka. That was a little bit strange. And I do think that sometimes Chalamet struggles sometimes singing. He's not a bad singer, but every once in a while, he's one of those singers that does a lot better as part of a larger ensemble number than he really does on his own. I think he's better when he's singing along with other background people, like in the bigger numbers. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I just think that, and it's also, there are some scenes that are totally odd too. Like they make Slugworth and the rest of the Chocolate Cartel kind of bumbling, but then every once in a while, out of nowhere, they'll do things that are just like surprisingly dark, like trying to bury people in vats of chocolate and pulling out revolvers. And it's just like, what's the tone of these villains? Are they cartoons or are they actual threats? Like, you kind of have to have, or they mix of the two. You kind of have to have one of the three, and can't ever really decide. Also, I believe that some of the, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, there's one scene in particular. I guess it's not really a spoiler. It's not really. Some of it's in the trailer. There's a moment in the movie, kind of toward the end of the second half, or the second act, where he opens a shop. Like they find this abandoned place, and he opens a shop briefly, and it doesn't. On the first day, they sabotage the chocolate so that there's like hair growth formula, where people are growing like mustaches. And there's a scene that plays out that is edited in a way that really feels odd and kind of whiplashy, because it's done in a way where, like, they have this woman who's with her daughter, and they're like, just singers in the ensemble, singing, dancing, and then the hair growth formula hits, and before Wonka has a chance, he literally just says, like, I think someone's poisoned the chocolate. I'm so sorry, ma'am. And she goes, you did this to my daughter? And he says, I'm so sorry. And then she just like pulls a knife out of her freaking like pants, I guess, and just starts cutting the rope to the chandelier. The chandelier falls and sets the place on fire. And there's no beat. There's no moment in the movie where they take a beat between those things happening. It literally goes from smiling, happy, mustache, murder. It's like, whoa, take it easy, take it easy. So that was weird. That was very weird. But overall, again, with big reservations, I enjoyed Wonka. And I'm going to go pretty far. I'm not going to go all the way, but I'm going to go pretty far. I'll give Wonka 4.5 out of 5 stars. Because the things that are good in it are great. It's just that there are some things that I don't think entirely work, and I think are kind of messy. But overall, I enjoyed myself. So, Wonka, 4.5 stars. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Migration, talked about it, looks good. I'm so sick of this trailer. Inside Out 2, talked about it, looks good. It was a trailer that apparently Soul, Turning Red, and Luca are actually coming out in theaters finally, which is great. So it was like a trailer promoting that. Arthur the King, talked about it, looks good. Kung Fu Panda 4, this looks kind of good. I'm looking forward to it. Imaginary Friends, the new film from John Krasinski, it's like a kids movie with Ryan Reynolds. It actually looks really cute. It's basically Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. The movie. It's like the exact same plot. It looks cute. The Color Purple, talked about it, looks good. Madam Web, talked about it, looks good. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, talked about it, looks good. We're seeing it next Thursday. And Will There's Shawarma, yes, there is a scene right at the beginning of the credits, like a song/epilogue scene that is worth sticking around for. There's nothing after, though. All right, that is it. We will be back tomorrow for reviews of Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget, and The Family Plan, Saturday's Finest Kind, and Sunday is an early review of The Boys in the Boat. And we have, next week, a bunch of reviews coming. We got Ferrari on Wednesday. We also have coming up Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, The Iron Claw, Anyone But You, Migration, Rebel Moon, Part 1, Maestro, Poor Things, and The Color Purple, among others, and Time Bomb Y2K. So those are all coming up, as well as the best and worst of the year coming up shortly thereafter. So that's coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Class is missed. I love you 3,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Hit the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do. Or so I've been told. Leave a comment. Even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me else for reviews lists and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisinPopcornGrant. Twitter, I'm at RaisinGrant. You can find me on Facebook. Jeez whiz. Raisin Popcorn with Grant, Instagram threads and TikTok, Raisin Popcorn with Grant, serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raisin on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raisin Popcorn with Grant, the podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below. Oh, and Blue Sky, Raisin on Popcorn. Like, some of you already have it, even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below. What did you think of Wonka? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? I think my opinion's good. I think I'm full of shit. Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Doopity-doo. Take care. Bye. Bye. Ah, damn it. Bye.